Hello students, Mr. Young here with our Chapter 21 introduction. Today we're talking about the age of exploration and trade. And there's 3 lessons in this one. Lesson 1, the age of exploration. Lesson 2, Spain conquers our Spanish conquests in the Americas. And then Lesson 3, exploration and worldwide trade. These lessons are a little long, the longer end. There's only 3 of them, so we'll see if we can shove it all into about a week, like we usually do. A lot happens. We go from sort of where we left off with the Renaissance. There's a little bit of overlap, and all of a sudden you have basically the main powers of Europe at the time. You have like Portugal, which is kind of new to us. They kind of end up a front runner. Spain is still big. France is still big. England is big. Remember, like the Spanish Armada faced off against Queen Elizabeth's England, and these things happen. And now the wars are kind of toning down a little bit, and they have the disposable income to spend on exploration and trade. The big thing is they get goods from like Asia and the Middle East, and they go sort of through the Med, and then they get up into Europe. And these European kingdoms are like, we want to skip the middleman. We want to find a way to make it to Asia ourselves. So instead of having to buy these goods that keep getting upcharged as they make their way all the way to Europe, we could just buy them right from the source. It'd be kind of like you going to a gold mine to get the gold for your girlfriend's ring or something like that. Instead of going to a store to buy it, you buy it wholesale. That's essentially what they were trying to pull. And so on their way to try to find a route over the sea over to Asia, they basically end up making some big discoveries, like finding their way around the coast of Africa into India, or making it all the way around the world and finding the Americas, things like that. And once they find the Americas and they start to colonize, that's lesson 2 is all about Spain in the Americas, and how they pretty much enslaved and killed native populations. It was lesson 2 is a little morbid, and then lesson 3 sort of like how it all comes together, and you have colonization, and we even talk very briefly about the colonization of the English colonies, but it is very brief. This is more a holistic view of the whole world, and how we went from kind of the Middle Ages to the Renaissance to this age of exploration where everything is all over the world and there's a whole lot of money being made. So that's this chapter. Go ahead, move on to the vocab on the very next page, and then knock out the vocab assignment. And tomorrow I imagine we'll get started on lesson 1.